Hi and welcome back to another episode on how to hack. So today we'll be discussing about network sniffing using address resolution protocol with Bettercap. So in Linux, Bettercap is one of the great application or tool that we can use to sniff out potential traffic, set a specific target that we can use, and from there on, we can see all the IP addresses as well as the associated protocols that is transacting directly with this device. So without further ado, let us get started on today's tutorial. So over here we have Linux running, and we can go ahead and open up terminal, and we can zoom in a little so it's easier for you to see. So what we can do right now is enter Bettercap. So Bettercap is by default installed on Linux. And once you launch Bettercap, the first thing you notice is that we are in an interactive shell. So the first thing we can do is enter help, and help would actually show us more information. So here we can see that by default, we got two modules that are running. So events.stream as well as net.reconnaissance or net.recon. And we can see a lot of other details being pointed out directly from the interactive shell. So the first thing we can do is actually enter net.show. So net.show would actually help us see all of the IP addresses within the network that you're connected into. So what we can see here is we can see IP addresses, we can see the gateway information, as well as the vendor of the network interface card. So these are really important and very, very useful information that you can look at whenever you're connected to a new network. So the next thing we can do is actually we can enter net.probe.on. So this would actually start up the net.probe module. And once we do that, we can now enter net.show. So what it does is that it actually probes the entire network to tell you what are the IP addresses connected into the environment. So from here, we can actually see additional devices being discovered. So over here, we can see that we got a lot more IP addresses that are connected into the existing network. So here we can see some vendor like Samsung Electronics, TP-Link, Apple Incorporated, most likely an iPhone. So the great thing about Bettercap is that it also has a module of address resolution protocol poisoning. So what it does is that it allows you to actually be able to do a ARP poisoning so that you can see traffic coming in and out of specific hosts or devices. So what we can do is we can first set the ARP.spoof. So followed by the targets. So we can set the targets. So for example, if there's a specific IP address that we are targeting, we can actually use this information too. So for example, if I target 192.168.1.5, I can paste it over here and I can hit enter. And once you do that, you can actually go ahead and enter ARP.spoof on. So this would turn on the module immediately. So once you do that, we can see that the ARP spoofer has started probing one target. And from here, we'll be able to see a lot more details because all this information will now be funneled directly into Linux. So the next thing you want to do is you want to be able to actually get all these details out by setting net.sniff, followed by verbosity or verbose, followed by true. And once you have set the value, you can enter net.sniff, followed by on. So once you do that, this would actually start the sniffer so we can see a lot more information. So here we can see like HTTPS connection. We can see the IP addresses where the target machine is going to. So we can see a lot more details from here. And then from here on, we can actually look at what are some of the websites based on the IP address that we have sniffed from the information. So there is in it how quickly we could actually sniff out information about sites, IP addresses that the target machine is going into. So for subsequent tutorial, we'll be discussing about cracking many of these WPA wireless passwords using Bettercap. So stay tuned to that. So remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can learn all about cybersecurity. And thank you so much for watching.